Hello, everybody, and welcome to Angel-Meadows. Thank you for being here for my very first show. Okay, everybody, that's me and Brian Clover. Well, I'm sure everybody's going to come in late, and if it doesn't matter, you get it in the archives, and if not, well, it's going to be me and Brian have a conversation about people who inspire us and who we think are an inspiration to other people. So, hey, Brian, thanks for making it so I'm not talking to myself.
As long as you don't kick me out the room.
No, that would be the worst thing to do right now because you're my only guest and I'm going to cry. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah. Thinking about what you were, when you first came on and started talking about it, my greatest inspiration was my grandmother, because my mother wouldn't allow anything spiritual to be talked of in the house. I mean, she was a psychopath anyway. So, but that was totally banned. Whereas I was down with my grandmother for a couple of 3 years, and she was so spiritual, it was unreal. But she never preached it. If you wanted to know a question, she would answer. And the love I got from that woman, believe me, it was beyond belief. But she taught me so much by saying nothing. And I think that... she taught me healing, and I was 8 years old. And that's one thing that she was fervent about, because all of her family came from Ireland, and they were gypsies, and they were healers that...
I like that.
Just travelled around. Yeah. In a little caravan, the round top one with a GG in the front.
But no, hey, whatever. You don't have to understand where it comes from, so long as you work with it positively. That's the way I look at it. So yeah. Okay, can you think of anybody else that is like an inspiration? Whether it's to you or to somebody else, this is what, I mean, I did some homework for today, but, and I came up with 3 names. And the reason that I did this show is because the passing of Louise Hayes. And a lot of people I didn't know of her. I mean, I knew the Hayes Company, where you get the Doreen Virtue cards and, all the books and whatever. But I didn't know of her, I was still young to that area, that department of our beliefs. And, I learned a lot about her afterwards. So this is what this, she's the reason that she's the reason that inspired this show.
People that have inspired me, I mean, two of the most was Jodie Morrison.
Jodie Whitewell. I love Jodie. We've had a conversation like twice. I would kill to get her on here. You get Jodie?
Yeah. You won't. No, she's...
Who you want me to kill? No, I'm sure...
Right from the start, when I first went into SOC, I mean, we befriended and I've done her telepathic reading and a remote viewing reading all at the same time. And, it was just beyond belief. I mean, she was so helpful to me all the way through, explaining different things. Anyway, the second person was Jacquelinia Witchy Poo.
I've never had a conversation with her. I've heard nothing but really good things about her. So that's another lady I'd like to learn about.
Yeah, she is brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Mind you, the other one comes from North New Zealand. Jacqueline Mitchell.
Yes. Yeah. I've had her on one of my shows on Paramania.
Yeah, she came on one day, right out of the blue. I mean, 100% out of the blue. I've never spoken to her before, and she told me what my life was about.
Yes, she's good at that.
Oh, she's absolutely beyond belief. But there's 3 people that I can honestly say have made my life into what it is today, because to emanate someone like Jodie would be, to me, impossible. She's got so much learning, it's unreal. Whereas in the spiritualist realm, only, say, it used to be Jacqueline O'Neill, now it's Jacqueline Hurrell, Witchy Poo. She is exactly the same. She is so insightful, and she never wants to blow her own trumpet. She won't come on as a live camera person. She's just stays in the background and has a little chat and drops little golden goodies into the conversation all of the time. Oh, she is beyond belief, absolutely. And,
well, those are two people that I'm gonna, three people, because Jacqueline Mitchell was on one of my other shows, but I want to try and get her over here. And Jody White Wolf and Witchy Poo, they're gonna get letters from me.
honestly, they are, Witchy Poo's very, very unassuming person.
Mm-hmm.
And to me...
Okay, hang on a second. We're having a little, can you hear me clearly?
Yes, very clearly.
Okay, because yours is a little bit choppy. Okay, just as long as it's you, it's not me. No, I'm kidding. Yeah. But no, yeah, these, like I said, these are people, I've had 2 conversations with Jody White Wolf, and she's a very insightful woman, and she's open, and she's down to earth.
Yeah.
No, she's not one of those people that you've kind of like fluffy and way up there and big words and.
She won't fluff around at any subject at all. And if you say something and it is wrong, she will tell you.
Yeah.
She will tell you in such a nice way that you understand.
Yeah, so she won't diss you. She'll share her view.
Yeah, she was a teacher for 43 years.
Holy cow.
Yeah.
Patience of a goddess.
School. And
yeah.
I have probably spent, I should say, 20 or 30 hours talking to Jodie over the last 7 years.
Wow. That poor woman's ears. No, I'm kidding.
No, but she is, to me, she is the top person in my spiritual side.
Okay.
Other than Nan, of course, but she's special. Yeah. Was.
Well, Nan's on the other side, Jodie's on this side, so that, you have your, Yeah,
I think it's a brilliant idea you've got here. It's just that, I think people are genuinely too shy to come on and discuss things,
Yeah, I get that too, but I also know that some people they don't have different time zones than we do, and it is a Sunday, and it is a long weekend. In the States, it's Labor Day, and in Canada, it's Labor Day, and over in the UK, it's a bank holiday. My gosh, those banks go on holidays. It's way too much.
We pay for it.
Yeah, sure. But, yeah, so, but like I said, you, me, and whoever watches in archives or comes in later, it's a 2-hour show. We can talk for 2 hours. God help us, we can talk for 2 hours. We've done it.
Yes. Pauline about by then anyway, so I can get her to join in and throw a few nasties at me.
There you go. I'll see things flying up. There you go.
She's the most wonderful person I've ever met in my life, to be honest.
Yeah, and she is your biggest inspiration.
Yeah,
she has the patience of a goddess.
She must have.
Can we ask why? Are you a stubborn man? Are you difficult to deal with?
I'm not, honestly. All my life I've been... Well, it was beaten out of me when I was a kid. I was made to...
toe the line.
Toe the line, especially with my father. He was... I don't think I've had a conversation with him, ever. I wasn't allowed to look at him. I had to call him sir, and all that crap. And that's how it went on.
Mm. But you know what? And you and I have had discussions about your upbringing or lack thereof. And I think, if nothing else, it's made you the person that you are today. Yes. You are more sensitive. You wouldn't raise your hand or raise your voice to anybody. So it's like, what we lived in the past makes us become a better person.
This is it. It has made me the person that I am today, and I'm so grateful for it. Because, to be honest, I signed up for this life before I was conceived. That's the way I believe.
Yep.
And consequently, it carried on through my first marriage, 42 years of that, and then she left. I still don't know why, I'll be honest. She just found
Doesn't
somebody
matter.
else and moved on.
Yeah.
Then
The way
had
I
to
look at
arrange.
it doesn't matter because each non-nice person in your past led you to the path of Pauline. Hold on, I'm gonna sneeze, I think.
Oh, bless you. Before you start.
Sorry. But, you know, we some people have horrific childhoods, and some people have what everybody thinks is like a picture-perfect childhood. But to the person living it, it's a different story, you know. But everybody's childhood, their life up until now, has...
And another person who is very inspirational is Jenny, the one that owns Intuitalks.
Oh, yeah.
Jenny Davis. She's
Well,
beyond belief, that girl. The amount of help she's given me, you know, over the time, you would not believe.
Oh, no. Trust me, I know. Jenny is, and somebody when I first posted about this, oh, look, we have company. Eric's on.
Eric, come on.
Well, he's not, his ears are not on yet, and he can put on camera too, because I could be surrounded by handsome men. There you go. Hey.
Good day, bloke. How you going?
Hey, Eric, if you want, you can turn your camera on and come on into the room, because it's just you, me, and Brian. And Teddy, I'm sure he's around too.
Can't hear you, Eric. I don't know why.
I don't think he's talking yet.
He's making noises. Perhaps it's a pussy cat. Good day, bloke.
Good evening.
Hi.
Yes, I am here.
Yes.
Oh, you got all the
Life
good
can
ones here
begin.
tonight.
I am here.
Sorry, what was that?
I said life can begin. I am here.
It's okay.
Ooh.
Brian and I, we were toddling along fine.
Yeah, what's going on? I mean, why isn't the
I don't know, and Brian and I decided that even if people weren't here, we're still going to talk about the topic of discussion, and I'm still recording the show, you know, because if it's good, it'll go in the archive. If it's not good, it'll still go in the archive. It's like, look what Mama D does, Darlene does when nobody else is around except Brian and Eric. She listens
there again, Mama, you did say that it's Labour Day over there.
Yeah, exactly. And in the UK, it's a bank holiday, so, you know, people may have had plans.
What? No bank holiday here in the UK.
I thought it was a bank holiday tomorrow.
Last week.
Oh, okay then. What's all the problem with the UK? Okay, maybe because it's 11:30 at night. I've got Australia, and I've got the UK, and I got me in Canada. All we need is an American, and we just got about that. Win.
Yeah, you just need about 45 people in the middle. So there you go. That's all you need.
There you go.
Yeah.
So,
I wonder how many people it can have in a room.
That'd be interesting to find out. Let's have a party. I think the most I've ever seen on another show was like 6 people.
No.
6 on cam.
Oh, on cam, yes, but I'm talking in the room.
In the room.
I
knew what you meant, Brian.
Thank you, Eric.
Don't be picking on me now, boys.
Well, you're the only female here. We're allowed to.
Okay. All right, so let's get back to the topic of discussion here. People who you think of as an inspiration. I think I'm going to regret saying this one. Eric.
Yeah.
Teddy's inspiration.
Who's my biggest inspiration? Me.
Yes. Okay.
Yes, I am without doubt my biggest inspiration, because I am the best person I know. I am the best looking person I know. I am the best at everything that I know, because and at some point in my life I used to be conceited, but now I'm just perfect.
I'll tell you what, I'll be quite honest, mate. I think you need to remove your crown chakra from your base chakra.
Yes, but then my voice goes down 2 octaves.
And my foot chakra will go up your base chakra, okay. But no, this. Yeah. No, I started this show, like I was saying to Brian, because Louise Hayes died, and I watched the amount of people that she affected, and I have people that affect me, and I can't say they're all inspirational. Some of them are not so, but so yeah, that was.
McVitie's is inspirational to me. He invented the ginger nuts.
We're not going down that track. I'm going to keep perfectly clean here because we're being recorded.
Yes, he's having his cookies. So, and what do you guys know about Louise Hayes?
Nothing at all. I'm afraid
I am devoid of information.
Wow.
There you go.
Neither one of you have any information. Well, up until a few days ago, I didn't know much about her, except that she owned a company. She's an American author, a motivational author, and she made daily affirmations. Now, some of them are difficult for me to follow. Here, let's go.
I love affirmations.
Every morning I wake up, I am perfect. Okay.
Every day I wake up, I'm under a doorway and not on the soil. Damn good day.
Whoops, wrong picture. Let's see. Oh,
look.
That's not her.
Who's she?
Well, no.
Nope, that's not either. Oh, look, we have a guest in the chat room. Dag.
Hello, guest. We've just been talking about you, dear.
Oh, Lord.
It's Diana Kuba. She's come back. She's now called guest.
Hello, guest in the chat room. We are 4 people, and hi. And I'm trying to figure out what I'm doing. This done, that's done. Would be this one. Yay! Finally got the right picture. Oh gosh.
Hello, Nell. How are you, love?
Oh, hi, Nell. Guest Nell. Do we call her Nest?
Nest.
The nest of love and mushy. Louise Hayes. Okay, so she was very well known for her quotes and her daily motivational stuff.
The one I got the most out of was that guy. His name was Eric Coué, Coue, and he was from Brittany in France, and he lived in the 1800s. And he came out with the first real inspirational thing I think I've ever heard. But he was in that trade. He was a doctor, and he was trying to get all the people in his little community, because there were so many of them suffering from all different allergies and so on and so forth. And he came up with the idea of every day, in every way, I get better and better. And he got them to say this so many times a day. And within 6 months, he hardly had any patients at all, because they were all so well adjusted. And, because when you talk to your body, everything you say, your body reacts to. Yep. And this is what I have found all the way through. Oh, I see. Okay.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah. So basically, Brian, what you're saying is that if you talk to your body reacts.
Yes.
You fat belly, get on. Didn't work, mate.
No, I can still see the ring around the top of your head, mate. So you've not won yet.
Oh gosh.
Darlene was really worried there because she thought something else was going to happen. I can see that on her face. When I looked down and started to talk, she panicked.
Absolutely. She went red.
Look, it's just covering her eyes so nobody in the chat room can see how red she looks.
Oh, God.
He was a real inspiration for me when I first read it, and that was many, many years ago. But
What was
since
his
then I
name?
realised Emile, Emil, Coué, Coue. He was from Brittany in France, and it's got a full write-up for him, even all the big people who do all the inspirational stuff.
Mm-hmm.
They refer back to him because he was the start of it. And what you tell your body is what you want, and it will react to it. And I think that is brilliant. I've always told myself that I can eat anything. I'll never get ill. I'm never going to get sick over it. I'm the bloke who sits here and eats cheese at 12 o'clock at night and goes to bed straight after it. Never had any effect on me whatsoever because I've never allowed it to. There's so many things that people say that you should do and shouldn't do. Tell your body you can. You can do anything if you really want to. And that's what I base my life on.
Well, I just did a Google search on Emil Coué, and he was a pharmacologist and a pharmacist. Psychologist and pharmacist who introduced the method of psychotherapy and self-improvement based on optimistic autosuggestions. So,
Positive affirmations.
Exactly, like Louise Hayes. So he preceded Louise Hayes. There you go. So there's something learning. Mind you, she just passed away, and he's been gone since July 1926.
Yeah, well, it was a while. Brian, I've got something to make you drool.
What's that?
Pork cracklings.
Oh.
Proper one.
Pauline loves them, and I think I tried pork crackling once, and I wasn't keen on it, so.
It's deep fried fat.
I know, deep fried fat. I love chocky biggies. That's my, I know I shouldn't, but I do.
Okay.
I'm still the same weight. I've always told myself that I've retained the same weight from when I was 18 years old, and I'm now 1 kilo over that. So, that ain't bad.
Okay.
No,
listen, I'm exactly the same weight as I was when I was 10 years of age. And the other leg is the same weight as it was when I was 10 years of age. And my head is the same weight. Yeah. I mean, when I keep saying to people, oh, hello, Nell's back. Shh, say Nell.
Hi, Nell.
Good day, Nell.
It's one of them things that, you've got to be comfortable in your body. And I am, unfortunately. And, I was quite disgusted one day because back a long time ago, when I had a waist, that's when Adam was a laddie. And
he played fullback for Jerusalem United, didn't he?
Yeah, say nothing. I had a waist, and I was on the phone one day to the doctors, and the nurse said to me, "Oh well, seeing you're obese, you have to tip." And I sort of went, "What?" And she obviously must have known what was going to happen in the next 25 years, because she was telepathetic. Because basically, because look what happened. I mean, I am the advocate. You're on tonight about positive affirmations. I have two. The first one being, calories after midnight don't count.
True.
Right? The second one is, if you're really serious, you can move your calories from one plate to another plate by telepathy.
You never ever lose fat. You know that, don't you? You only pass it on to yourself, or you pass it on to somebody else.
Yeah, but the other thing is, I mean, I'm storing all of these calories up because I'm going to sell them on eBay. There's all them poor bulimics struggling to put on weight, and I've got all these calories, so I'm going to make a fortune.
A fortune, mate.
Of course. I'm going to be a fat millionaire. Positive affirmations. And Nell, I'm terribly sorry, but I'm too busy trying to get rid of mine.
Okay.
I'm not going down that street either.
Could you please behave yourselves?
It's not me that's typing all this stuff in the chat room. I'm not doing it. I'm the innocent one here.
Eric, the day you become innocent, mate, that's the day they plant you.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to be planted, not fried, though, because I'm going to tell you what it is. I want to ring that little bell from inside the coffin and scare the crap out of you.
Hey, don't do that anymore.
Yeah, I'll get Teddy to do it.
That'll be fun.
Yeah.
Handle that.
Yeah.
He never has behaved yet, and I've known him for some years. We used to have massive conversations, didn't we, Eric, every morning?
Yeah, they used to go on for hours and hours and hours and hours. Yeah, and sometimes you were awake.
Sometimes I was even logged into Facebook.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I used to start about 3 o'clock in the morning with this conversation with Brian, and then he'd wake up and he'd be in the middle of the conversation, and then I'd go to bed and he'd take over. You know, I mean, so... Oh, Darlene, what was the premise of your show again tonight? Sorry, I forgot.
I don't even know why I'm here. No idea.
Do you need to be?
No, I guess not. I could just turn the camera off and kick myself out the room.
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't. No, don't do that, because you've got to press the stop on the record button. But you invited me.
Yes, I did.
Yes.
All good stuff.
Did you know that at church tonight, Michael told somebody she had nits?
What? Oh, no, they were all scratching in the church again.
Yeah. He said, do you feel like you've got spirit around you because you can feel them, when they're touching your hair. Yeah, it just feels like you got nits.
Actually, people with nits, Eric, very rarely scratch them because they're so used to them. When I was years and years ago, sewing machines, going around people's houses and repairing, and I went into this house, and this woman, as I'm sitting on the sewing machine, I looked up at her, and a flea has come out of her hair and gone right back across her forehead and disappeared, and she didn't even know it. I said, "Excuse me, love," I said, "You've got something just crawled across your forehead." No. She says, "Your imagination." I thought, well, this is when I realised that people who have got them, they get so... they just don't know.
Look, I'm scratching.
But no.
I'm all right. I'm safe. They don't exist in desert. That's what you get for being follically challenged.
Well, there you go.
I've just got this thing now where I haven't really got a receding hairline anymore. It's just joining up with the back of my head.
Well, listen, mine's a wig. It just goes back and forward.
Yeah, mine can't even do that because it falls off.
It's all good stuff. No, honestly, I'm not challenged follically, I can tell you. It's one of these things that, affirmations is one of these things that I strongly believe in, and it's much the same as learning to do deep meditation. You've got to really focus on it. You've really got to push yourself into it, become it even. And I think this is, something I'm doing every day. Mind you, as I say, my path, my way of living and the things that I do is totally different to everybody else's, but I don't mind it. I claimed a victory yesterday like you would not believe. This woman came on to Facebook and she just showed me a picture of a guy that she had found, and she was hoping to get together with him, and I went through and done a reading on his photograph, and I even got his name, I got his occupation, the whole thing went so well. It's unreal. And it really, as I said, feedback is the most important thing.
Yes,
Anyway,
it always is.
she got onto him and, asked him a few questions which were not in the normal run of things, and he wanted to know why. And so she then told him all about it, and he did tend to rock the boat a shade. So whether she'll be seeing him again after this, I don't know. But it was really, it's exactly the same as Eric when he gets his, or any of you get your messages, and those messages come straight into your head from spirit. Or somehow I get messages directly from a person straight into mine and my head, and it's so correct at times. It's so unbelievable to me, even so.
Yeah, I did a show on Wednesday night. We talked about and I went to a young lady, and it's always the young people. And I went to the young lady and she said to me I said, can I come to you? And she said, before we start, I'm skeptic. I don't believe. And I just went, yes. And she said,
Gotcha.
she said, no. She said, I don't believe. I says, well, can I still come to you? And she said, yes. I says, okay, me and you is going to have a competition. I'm going to ask you questions, and always I ask that you have an open mind and an open heart. She said, right, okay. 30 seconds later, she was a gibbering wreck. She was tears rolling down her face. And I said, that'll be 9-0 to me then, is it? And Kenny was just going, yes. And it was absolutely, and then at the interval in the show, she came to me, gave me a hug. Actually, she gave me a hug from behind. I didn't even know she was sneaking up on me. And she grabbed me and she gave a hug from behind. And she said, you answered every single question that I said. Well, if there's anything up there, I need an answer to this. And you answered everything. She says, I'll never doubt again. I said, yes, you will when you wake up tomorrow morning. But the thing is, though, that you'll then start to remember what I said and it'll disappear again. But yeah, it's not a problem. I mean, I like to get positive affirmations. I'm trying to think of any, because I mean, I spent half my life being a motivational speaker, you know what I mean, and being a life coach and things like this. And then we used to have the real good positive affirmations, like enthusiasm breeds enthusiasm, right? And every hurdle is just a building block in the steps of life.
Don't like that one.
It's all right. It only earned me a fortune. Don't worry about it. And Charlie's drinking vodka. Look at that, neat. And
Got to be neat.
Yeah, out of a butterfly glass.
Triple X, double X.
Double X. It's only double X, Brian. They haven't added the extra one that they do in Australia. So,
I don't drink at all, to be honest. I drink tea and coffee, and that's it. I won't even drink water. I
don't drink anymore. I don't drink any less, but I don't drink anymore. I do apologise. I keep putting the microphone up because these poor crackles just resound in my head through the microphone.
Yes, and they resound in your head even if the microphone's up. Yeah, it does.
You're not saying much, Nell. You're very quiet, sitting there listening, waiting to give us a serve.
Nell's waiting to see what's said, and then she'll smack somebody.
That's it.
With my luck, it'll be me.
I'll have to call her Naked Earth Lady again, and that'll get her steamed up.
I thought that was her name. Sorry.
Well, so did I.
Native. Oh, I must remember that. Native. Yeah, sorry.
And I thought it was Naked. 5 seconds of dead air there. Come on.
I don't know. I've lost the topic of the show.
I lost the plot when I came on.
I noticed that.
I didn't even find the plot to start off with.
There you go.
It's all good fun. No, I think what we're into, I I can only, like this affirmation business and inspiration and so forth. I think there's so many people hurting at the moment right across the world with what the governments are doing, and big businesses are screwing everybody into the ground or trying to kill them, and all that sort of news, and it's hurting people that badly that I think they're sort of tending to shrink back into their shell. And that's why we're not getting people onto shows.
Mhm.
The thing is, though, that you're on about positive affirmations, and a while ago, there's a gentleman in the UK called Noel Edmonds. Used to be a very big star before an unfortunate accident on his show, and then he was a very little star for a while. But his star's back in the ascendant, and it's rising again. And the gentleman said that he got back onto the TV and he's back onto doing shows because every day he asked the universe for help. And he has one of them little rubber bands that they twang on there. Either oh, hi Sharon. Either to affirm the fact that you want to rule the world, or basically you want to stop smoking, whichever one you happen to do at the same time. Yeah, same rubber band, does the same thing. It's it's one of them things. But he said that, and it was all to do with the fact that I thought, well, does it really work? And he's then opened the door to a load of other many celebrities who've come out and said, well, I believe in that as well, and I do this and I do that. So affirmations must be on the rise.
You have to, but just saying the things doesn't make it so. You have to believe it. So, it's like Brian said, there was, a few years, Emile Coué, after a few years, he didn't have patients anymore. His patients went down. And that's because, you have to eventually believe it, but believing it and working with it is the same thing. It's sort of different things. Different but the same.
I don't really agree there, because it's what you believe in your mind is then passed on to every cell in your body, every tiny little piece, and your body does react to it. So it's just a matter of time. You may not realise those changes come about, but they certainly do. Believe me, I've in my exalted years, many of them, I've found this more and more and more to be true. It's what you believe, and that's where it all comes from. Mind you, I've been believing for years I'm going to win cross that over, but it still hasn't worked.
I've been believing for years I'm going to get the 6 magical numbers on the lottery so I can go down and visit Brian, but that hasn't worked either.
You've got more chances of being seen off with a Pope, mate. I can tell you.
Yeah.
Whoops.
Oh, we've got 2 Sharons. Either
Yes,
Sharon's in twice, or we've got 2 Sharons. One of them.
I think Sharon's in twice, because the other one never actually had sound, so. She's trying. No, this one doesn't either. Just kick them both out. No.
Yeah, go on. Yes, I can use that.
Yeah.
I just find I can't believe in some people today. No.
Oh, terribly sorry, Nell, but don't believe in me. If you only believe 50% of what I say, I'll only believe 50% of what I hear about me.
That's it. I don't hear anything about me. People just ignore me, and I'm quite used to that. So.
Who are you?
I don't know. Silly questions.
Yeah.
I was going to use a profanity there, and I suddenly realised that we were recording.
That's okay. It depends on the amount of profanity, but we still do have the swear jar from the last show, so it's okay.
Oh,
I haven't spent the money yet.
Both dollars.
Volume.
Trying to find the volume. Oh.
I think you've got to put your speaker on as well, first off.
Yeah, because your speaker's not on. Where'd Brian go? swear I didn't kick him out the room.
Or did you kick Brian out of the room?
No, I didn't. He turned off his camera.
He did not.
There he is.
Oh, there he is. He's back. He
Well,
just wanted to swap. He just wanted to swap places with me. That's all it is.
That's it. Oh, that's why I was typing in. Your speakers are not on, but I don't know what happened.
You closed your camera.
Mind you, to be honest, I have to be very careful with this thing because I honestly believe there's a spirit inside my little laptop that at times wants to really give me the poops, you know. And it works.
There a mini teddy over there?
I think it might be.
There's no such thing in the world as a mini teddy. Have you seen the size of them, have we?
And especially in his tutu.
Yeah. I think this is the time where I'm quite pleased that I can't see spirit.
Oh, believe it, you are really pleased you can't see spirit.
Yes.
There's some of the things I see that you can't unsee.
Listen, with my particular thing with telepathy, you would be surprised at the things that people think. And sometimes I think to myself, well, I shouldn't even know that. And I walk away. And if I was to tell everybody about it, it would be totally unbelievable. But it's something that I've learned to do over the years. Is you just pick on the things that hurt them, and that way then they know what you're saying is true. And but some of the things I say, some people do have quite a past, and I think Darlene knows all about this one, so we won't go into that either.
Yeah, I'm just reading what Nell put in there. People say this and that, and they can get to know them in real life, and that part of them is fake. How can it be true when they're using their gift? Well, Nell, I can only speak for myself. I try desperately to stick to what I can do. I tell people very early on that I'm not a psychic, I'm a medium. My duty is to preserve the continuance of life after life and all the rest of the rubbish that I come up with. And then I only do what I can do. And I'm not pulling the show about it, but on Wednesday when I was doing the show, I had some private readings at the end. I had a woman sit down, and literally when she sat down, Teddy went, "Get rid of her." And I went, "Why?" And he went, "Just get rid of her because she's not here to have a reading. She's just here to sit and go, no, 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 no." You know? And the thing is that I tried 3 different things and she went, "No." And I went, "Look, I tell you what, I haven't got a connection. I'm terribly sorry. You don't need to pay me anything. Thanks very much. Good night." And she went away and she literally danced across the room to her friends going, "See, I told you I could fool them." And I thought, it wasn't me. I didn't lose anything. I just moved on to the next one.
And she's saying, "No, Eric, it's not you that she's talking about." She says, "You're true." Yes, Eric is true. A little sometimes too true. He's true.
Personally, I'll be quite honest, over the years I've found that I don't give a damn what people think about me. It's their problem, not mine.
Yep, I like that, Brian, because that's exactly it. And that's the positive affirmation of not giving a damn.
That's it. I don't, be honest, I've told so many people, the things that they are thinking, and they can verify it. The ones that don't believe me, that's, as I say, that's not my problem. It's their problem. And once they start really looking out from underneath their, as I say, the base chakra, then they'll be able to know the difference. And non-believers are everywhere. Don't care.
You will never, ever, ever convince a non-believer of the existence of spirit. But you will never, ever convince a believer of the non-existence of spirit.
No,
so basically, it's a case of you are what you are. There is the opportunity to exchange from being a non-believer to a believer, but I've yet to find a believer who becomes a non-believer, because at the end of the day, deep down inside, they still are a believer. Profound! Yes!
Absolutely.
Thank God we got this recorded. Who said that? Nell in the chat room says, "I have a gift and I do use it, but my life is an open book. I don't lie, and if they don't believe or trust me, I just stop talking to them until they wake up. It's not just them who has a gift. We all have gifts. I am a believer to a point.
You find the difference between gift and ability. Let's close the subject.
No, I'm going to wade in and say that there's no such thing in this world as a spiritual gift.
Yeah.
We weren't given anything. If you go to a medium and have a reading done, the person that's sitting in front of you is as far removed from the person who first discovered they could talk to spirit as Roger Mays playing the guitar for when you first pick one up. It's the person that you've got there has sat, learned, developed, and honed their ability to the point that they can then say, I think I'm good enough to give you a reading. But the thing is, though, that a gift, I've never had a gift, I'm afraid. God didn't look down from the sky, look at this ugly mug of mine and go, yep, he's the one, I'll give him
He's
it.
the one. Well, I used to come out with things for, talking to my mother, and the repercussions of that were just unbelievable. So I gave up trying to convince people that it's just something that's there. They believe that it's something you've chased and something that, you've been given to by the universe. And I think to myself, well, no, I mean, I've never asked for what I got. I just do it. I believe that it's just a matter of you live your life. And that's how you've got to live it. Truly.
Yep, just got to live it the way you can.
Now I'll ask, can you have both?
What, cake and eat it?
I call it a gift because most people can understand better than when you use the word gift. I think it's a matter of choice.
Mm-hmm.
Because you can use the word gift, you can use the word abilities, you can use whatever different kind of word you want to use. It just depends on who you are and what you believe.
Yeah.
For me, the word gift is perfect, but it's a gift that we're all born with.
Yeah. So how can
it's just wrap it or open it up.
So how? No, I'll hang on. Whoa, go back. How can it be a gift if we're all born with it?
That's an ability.
No, that's what I believe.
That's an ability. It's not a gift. A gift is something.
But not okay. But my abilities are wrapped up, and it's
enough.
up to a choice.
That I can't argue with.
Okay, and it's a choice. So when something's wrapped up, to me, it's a gift. Okay, so it's just a word. The premise is everything that about it is the same thing. It's just the word which people are comfortable with. For me, the word gift is comfortable. I've used the word abilities before because for me, an ability is the same thing as a gift in a way, except that a gift is something I didn't use to. Stop shaking your head. Your head's going to fall off your shoulders. I've never used it, as far as I know, up until when I became Mama D. When I opened myself up to paying attention to it, But yet there are children who are born. And most children, when they're born, they come out with the abilities, and they see spirit and they hear spirit, like all children who haven't been brainwashed into not hearing and not understanding. But those that are lucky enough to have parents that believe in what they say and don't think of them as like, I'm gonna put my child in the loony bin, and you get help. Yeah, there you go. My little loony bin. There you go. Who get the help, who get the guidance throughout their lives, rather than the one who goes, shh, don't talk about, you're old enough not to have invisible friends or whatever. At that, you're okay. Maybe that's the point. That's there. There we go. Now I just corrected myself. So you're born with the ability, but at some point you're told not to. You can't use it. Don't talk about it. So you make it a gift and you wrap it up to open up when you're ready for it. So how's that one?
That's reasonable.
Okay.
Handle that. But, as I say, I've never thought of it mine as a gift. It's always been there, and I had the biggest problem finding out how to use it and to discern my thoughts from the thoughts I was picking up from others.
Mm-hmm.
So You know, it's much the same thing, really. It's only really a play on words, isn't it?
Yeah.
And a lot of arguments going on about it.
It's what you, Eric, stop making those faces. I think it's what everybody chooses to, because like for me, I became Mama D in 2012. For me, that was opening the windows and the doors and letting spirit and the universe and the divine and everything else that was out there come in. It was time to play with that gift. Have I got anywhere near what I think that, I can do? No, but I do what I do, and it's just, I listen, I share what I get, I share my knowledge, even though sometimes I haven't figured out where the heck all the knowledge comes from, but, so yeah.
It's the same. I don't think Sharon's been able to come in, and you've got to stop and start again, Sharon, and follow every little square thing that comes up.
I think she signed up to the Intuitalks this afternoon, so.
Woohoo!
When one is a gift, when one is given the gift of life, and what comes with them is a gift, then. Yeah, I guess.
One was contractual, so I wrote a contract. So I wrote a contract before I was conceived. So I came in to live this life. It was no gift. It was just.
Was a contract. I like it. Yeah. I had a contract on my hit. On my dead day. There we go. I've already had a contract out for when I'm going to die. So obviously, I've got somebody I'm going to give them something that, Look at Mama sitting there thinking, what's he going to come up with next?
No, I'm just reading. I was just reading Neil's thing. She says she has a contract on her bag.
There's so many different opinions and all this sort of thing, though. But does it really matter? That's the one I've always looked at. People have come up with some absolutely stupid bloody ideas over the years. And I've got them and think, well, you came down with the fairies. That's good.
Yeah, it's what they believe. It doesn't mean that it's wrong. It's what they believe. Right. Everybody has their own beliefs. Some are the same and some are different, but it's still what they believe. I was raised in the Catholic faith, but I don't believe in all of what the Catholic faith stands for. Somebody said on Facebook, I believe in Christians, but I don't believe that every Christian is a good Christian or something along those lines, because they pointed out a few things that happen, and it's the Christian faith has not always been, the greatest of places to be, They
started off slavery, so it can't be, can it?
Yeah, but that's what they were brought up with. That's what they learned. So you can't diss it. I stepped away from it, and do I still believe there's a higher power? And some people call him God. Yeah, well, there we go. Oops, Sharon trying again. But do I call him or her God? Sometimes when Eric says things, I go, "Oh, God." Yes, I do believe God in that respect. But I don't think.
Are you trying to say that I say things that make you go, "Oh dear me"?
Terribly, terribly wrong.
I do try my best to be politically incorrect.
Always, my darling. Always, my darling.
Yes, me and the penguins. That's who it is. Me and the penguins. I'm saying no more.
That's the incorrect one I know, mate.
Yeah. Yes. Smile and wave, boys. Smile and wave.
Sharon's got her headphones on. That's good.
Yay! My little sister from another mother is here.
Yay! And then she's going to hear the drivel that's been going on and think, I don't bother.
Well, at least it's not there.
Hey, baby. Yeah. Okay, now in the chat room. With what one has in life, must use it. We are all here to learn, and then we pass on life. It is not ours to judge. One with the way we talk or think, as long as it's our best. Yeah, you can't judge people on what they say. You can judge people on what they say, but
with what one has in life, most use it. We all here to learn and live. Can we just limit the chat room to yes and no, please? That's doing my head in. Now you're bursting my head.
Yes. No.
Yeah. Now I'm going to explode now. Don't do that. I've got smoke coming out of orifices I didn't know I had. Stop it immediately.
Down again.
No wonder I just shut up because you realised what I was saying.
Bye, Eric. She's watching the countdown to go. Was it Mission Impossible? This meeting will self-destruct in 10 seconds. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Can you just imagine that? My head will explode. See? There went Brian. Boom. Brian went again.
Now it worked on Brian. Do it again.
Every time I try and type into the room.
Sharon's back on. Sharon's back.
Sharon's back. Make sure your little flasher is in the box, because then you might be.
Excuse me. What?
Shut
up, Brian. I've got Darlene's talking about flashing. I mean, hang on a minute here. Have we got a plastic mat or something? Yay! Well done, Sharon. Nice one.
Yay!
They just got Darlene's flasher mat in the corner.
That's good. You can hear us okay then, Sharon? Yes.
Yes, thank you. Okay, yay. Now ask. Okay, Eric, you were given Teddy now. Now is your spirit. Okay, you were given Teddy. Now is your spirit given?
Yes, I know, Nell. Yes, I know.
It's confusing me. Sharon's probably going, okay.
Okay, why did I bother going and getting that headset? She's now thinking. Okay, Eric, you were given
used to it, Sharon, believe me.
Is your spirit a give or in your head? Which is it? Can you type that again, Nell? Usually back to front. I haven't a clue. You were given Teddy. Now is your spirit a give?
Gift.
Is that gift?
Yes.
All right. Give spirit a gift.
Yeah.
Or in your head, which is it? Teddy is most definitely not in my head because I do not want to have that 6'4" piece of mentalist in my head. Because of the things, in a tutu, in a mankini, in a Carmen Miranda outfit, in anything you want, I do not want him in my head. So the thing is that did Spirit give him to me? Probably. Did Spirit send him to me? Definitely. Did Spirit tell him what to do? No. And has he embellished beyond his brief? Yes. If that helps. He wasn't given as a gift, he was sent to me. He's not a gift. He's a curse. And he was sent to me.
You don't find someone, when you're in the shower, looking at you, standing 6'3" tall, wearing a tutu, and it's another bloke. Come on. It's not a gift, that's a nightmare.
Not a gift. That's a curse. That's a curse.
I don't think, in this respect, Nell, I understand what you're saying. I don't think Teddy is a gift. Teddy and Eric work together, and there's no one better than the other. Except I don't have to hear Teddy saying such weird things. So yes, Teddy's a gift in this respect. He's a gift to me. Like I say, the day Eric passes on, my inheritance from Eric is Teddy. Except Teddy can see a messy house. Yes, Teddy can see a messy house. And my crappy driver, Parker, is next door. So yes. In case you don't remember, Sharon was here the other day, or in the on Nell's station, when you were my guest, and you gave her Teddy went over and had a look round.
Then someone would get,
Oh, was it? It was Sharon's house that he
Eric.
went to, if I can remember any of the readings. I would be impressed. You know?
Okay, if Eric passed away, Teddy would move on. Am I not right?
Then
That's up
Eric
to
would become,
Eric to answer.
Eric would become in spirit,
think-
and then he would come and pester somebody else.
Well, if Eric passed away, Teddy and I would have to go and party for about 50 years. Because I want to make his life as damn miserable as he's made mine in the last 10. You know? I mean, it's everybody thinks he's cool. And now Teddy thinks he's cool, and he wants his own Facebook page, and he wants his own show, and he wants everything else. And I'm saying to him, Teddy, you're not cool. You're really not. Anybody who thinks electricity is something that you can play with, anybody who thinks that, you know, having a name that donates a great big bumbling bear, you know, you're not cool. And then he goes on a rant and does different stuff like that, and then I just laugh.
Okay, so then Nell says, okay, then when you pass a gift on to someone else, and Teddy can live with me anytime. We'll share him now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, I'll be back in about 5 minutes. I've got something to do.
Okay.
Right, okay.
See you later.
Bye. Brian's off with his radio headphones on, so now he knows I'm going to say he's gone to the potty.
Well, at least he's muted himself, so I don't hear it. Okay, but yes.
If we hear tinkling noises, mate, it's got nothing to do with me. Any kind of running water has nothing to do with me. That's it.
Okay, Nell and Sharon, since you're both in the chat room, do you guys have any people who inspire you or have given you inspiration? Alive, dead, or besides Eric and Teddy? Nell says, my mother.
Why? Oh, I feel an onion coming on here.
Oh, hey.
Oh, sorry, I'm not on here. I've got to be here.
It's okay. No, it's okay. I like
okay,
it.
now. Well, no, okay, now. You said your mother. And yes, I understand that. But why was your mother an inspiration to you?
You realize you're asking her to type and just going to do your head in. Explode like. Could put a little helmet on. Okay, well, she has the same things as I do, and she was honest. Okay, what things? For Eric asks. Behave yourself, Eric. Oh, Trixie? Nope, don't know what that is. Such a cute. I saw that. You're such a cute. It's not gonna fit.
Okay, so now I feel safe. I can ask Nell the next question. But yeah, because like my head was going to explode there. I was getting...
Healing witch. Wait, that means he's a good guy? I don't know about that. Not the way he's wearing it. She's a healing witch and so much more. Okay, ask Eric. Go ahead. She's got a question. She's there.
I'm trying to think because my hat's put me off. I don't know if you can see this, but it's slowly slipping off the back of my head.
I can see it. Take it off. Go ahead. Your
No,
head
no,
will not
no.
explode.
No, it's not that. It's because every time I put it on, Teddy keeps pushing it off because he thinks it's funny. Yeah.
Oh, God.
There he goes. There it goes again.
You
In
don't
case
always
anybody.
believe, do you?
I don't always believe. I always believe a white hat means he's a good guy. Oh, we're not talking about that.
No.
Oh, right.
No.
Hang on, I've lost the plot. I'm going to go back and read. You realise I'm dyslexic? You know.
She has the same. Her mother was her greatest inspiration.
Yes,
And
because she was a healer witch.
because she was a healing witch, like Nell, and she was honest. And then she says, "Go ahead, ask your question, Eric."
Right. Okay. How do you know that she was honest? When you were growing up, she told you these things, but how did you know that she was being honest? My hat's staying exactly where it is. Don't tell Brian why.
I am listening, mate. Believe me, I've had my headphones on all the time.
We just couldn't hear you tinkle.
That's because I turned my mic off. I've just made a cup of tea.
Okay, she says she does believe that her mother never lied a day in her life.
Right, okay. I will never ever say that anybody's mother lied. That is not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that she said she was a healing witch. Now, how do you know that the things that you experience and she experienced actually make you a healing witch?
She saw what she could do.
Okay, you saw what she could do, but how do you know that actually was being a witch? And it wasn't, say, being a walnut or something other kind of thing. You know what I mean? It's just the word that was used. So how do you know that was being a healing witch?
I was wondering, Eric, what was that on your head? I thought you had a halo for a minute.
Listen. There you are. Halo.
Hello.
I'm crooked. She says, "Okay, Eric, read me. Give her a reading."
No, it's your show.
Huh?
I'm not here as a guest. I'm here as a hanger-on.
Well,
I was just here to make up the numbers.
you can give her a reading if you and Teddy decide that it's okay. This is with the hand though. If you're gonna eat, do it quietly, Mr. Clover.
I've had to refrain from using my pork tracking because basically I got wrong for sucking it on the microphone. Do you not think that me and Michael Jackson suit a hat?
You know. Oh.
You would like me to give you a reading but not use Teddy. Am I allowed to use any other one of my choir? And then
Nope.
you will not get a reading.
Why not? Why now?
Right? Because basically I use a choir and I use spirit to help me read. I have got no gift. I have got no ability. I have got nothing at all. What I have is a link to spirit. It is spirit that does the work.
That's why you're a medium.
Because a medium is a medium, a middle point between this plane and the plane on the other side.
Whereas a psychic, people can be a psychic medium, but a medium doesn't always have to be a psychic. Right? Did I get that right?
Not the other way around.
Okay.
Right. Mediums are always psychics, but psychics aren't always mediums.
Then will you see what I have seen?
Nope. I won't. You see, right, okay. Let me try and explain this now. The thing that I do is that I connect with people who have passed to prove the existence of life after life. I don't go into people's lives and see what was there. I may go into your mum's life and see what was there. I may go into something that is around you at the moment that she wishes to bring forward. But I cannot go into your life and cherry pick things that I want to see to then understand you better, because that is not what a medium does. Believe it or not, even although these people on the telly thing tell you they can, that's not what we do.
Okay. We'll wait and see what Nell has to say about that one. But I understand it.
Sounds rather confrontational to me.
What do you mean by confrontational?
Well,
okay, you can give me a reading and see if she will come and speak to you herself. Sorry, never try to offend you, that's all.
Oh, no, he didn't offend me, Nell. Never, ever in a million years can you offend me. Not when you're talking about spirit, because I'll stand up and fight my corner and I expect you to do exactly the same. No, can you give me a reading and see if she will come and speak to you herself? I will give you a reading. I will give you a reading when spirit tells me that it is time to give you a reading. If I went now and gave you a reading, then I will probably give a half-assed reading, and basically I never do that. I will at some point give you a reading, definitely. And I will see if your mom does come forward. And I will bring forward quite a few other people from your life. And then you'll understand why I don't cherry pick, if that makes sense.
I'm not sure if that okay was there before or not. Okay. My typing is crap, that's why I don't type stuff like spelling is. I know the feeling, that's why I'm on radio.
No, I'm terribly sorry, but I'm dyslexic. You can type anything you like, I still don't understand it. You know, I've got a friend that's a secretary, she types perfect English. I can read your stuff better than hers. I tell you, because I'm just terrible. You know, I'm the guy who thought old MacDonald had a farm X, Y, Z, D, B, X.
So you're dyslexic.
Yeah. Oh yeah, lexic. Lexit.
No, Lizdexic.
Yeah. I'm Lizdectic. Yeah. Which is, yeah, and you understand that I hate typing with a passion. I really do. The most used button on my computer is spell check.
Yeah, unfortunately we don't have that in Intuitalks yet. I'm hoping Jenny goes next. It's one of the things.
Yeah, Jenny, can we please? Oh, spell check. And I once typed a page of A4 paper, and there was 42 spelling mistakes.
I don't count my spelling mistakes. I just do spell check.
No. That's when spell check used to tell you how many spelling mistakes you had.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's when it was back then. Nowadays it's great. It just goes green, and you just or red, or some of them. And has anybody ever had a spell check go yellow?
Mine read underlined.
Yeah. Mine get underlined too.
Yeah, you get a red underline, or I get red actual changes to red colour on that, or you get green underline if it's wrong grammatically. Yeah, and I had a yellow, and I thought, what the heck is yellow, or words to that effect? And when I clicked on it, it went, this does not exist. And I thought, well, there you go.
There you go, non-existing word.
Because normally it just comes up with no replacements found. But no, this does not exist. I thought it must have get fed up with me, and it's gone.
She says to me, And Nell says, Eric, I saw my mother heal a guy and end up with his health problems.
Well, we've all been there. You've got to learn to shut it off.
But you don't take somebody else's malady or disease and take it out of them and put them into yourself. The way I was taught, the way my own mind is that what I do is I take and infuse the good energy into them, and the negative energy or the disease goes out and goes into the universe to be cleansed. But I've had people say that they take it out of them and out of the other person. You've seen this on TV where they suck out the evil and the negative forces and hold it into them and then shoot it up. That's just it's not done.
Hollywood. Yeah, no. The thing is that the easiest form of healing, right? The easiest form of healing and the soul total healing is from spirit through spirit to spirit, and that is from spirit through your essence, your spirit, to the person you're healing, spirit, and back the same way. That way it doesn't touch your body. You don't have any kind of drain on your body. And as Nelly used to say, it's healing via a drain pipe.
Yeah. My grandmother used to call it a drain pipe.
Yeah, the drain pipe healing. See, exactly the same. That's what they used to call it. Yeah. And it's because it used to go through and out. Because if you start doing healing whereby you are using your forces and your life energies to help in the healing process, it will suck you dry.
Yeah, no.
But it'll not give you the malady. You'll just end up where you just can't exist.
You're exhausted. Yeah, because you use your energy. And no, you don't use your energy. You use spirit energy or the universe's energy or whatever you want to call it. You use the energy that's out there, and you just sort of, like you said, I guess like you said, like a drain pipe, but pass it on to them so that it expels what's negative in them. It doesn't. Where if Nell's mom came up with the health problems, then she took whatever was wrong with this person and brought it into herself, and didn't expel it, because you have to. For sure, that would have been one of the steps to expel it, but she didn't. But that was unfortunately that was the way we did it. They did it back in the day, because everything that we're learning now, some people don't get to learn. I didn't, I think most of the stuff I learned when I learned Reiki was basic. Some of the stuff sort of for me was common sense. Some of the other stuff was like, okay, yeah, that's interesting. But I think back in the day, what people thought, when healers thought, they had to take it into themselves to remove it from the other person. So that's maybe what happened with your mom. My opinion.
Your opinion's dead right, love.
Mm. My mother did the best she could for people because her mother left her as a child, so her grandmother taught her the old ways. Yeah, but there's nothing wrong with the old ways.
No, my grandmother did exactly the same.
Yeah. We've learned differently.
The way she learned.
Yeah.
And just don't take on anybody else's problems.
Yeah. I mean, you learn now, not to take on somebody else's disease or malady. You don't take it on to yourself. You expel it. Like we say, all of our parents, our grandparents taught us what they knew then. We've kind of just elevated to the next level. It's like you have to break a few glasses.
I've dumbed it down.
Snoot. We have to break a few, break a few eggs before you can make an omelet, or one of those weird sayings that, not everything is perfect the first moment out of the gate, Well, that's what you knew. But you know now that that's not what you do. You can just change the way you do things without changing what you do. That makes sense.
All right, then here's this. When, as a mechanic, I used to repair the big 1,000-ton injection presses down to sewing machines. And when I was working at Levi's, they used to have a giggle because they used to call me out and ask me to heal a machine.
Mm-hmm.
And I did many, many, many times.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't last for, 24 hours, but it certainly did last for, 15, 20 minutes, half an hour, whatever. But it was just a matter of, all I done really was put my hands on it, close my eyes and call for spirit to help. That way then, whatever spirit done, I've no idea. But the machine would then work. And it happened time and time and time again. Now, you can say, that's a load of crap, anything else. I had proof because all of the people around, even the supervisor of that particular area, came up scratching her head and she said, well, how the hell do you do it? Because that machine hasn't worked all day. I think it's more a matter of your own belief. I think it's more a matter of getting spirit to work with you and to prove that spirit can, and spirit can do anything at all, believe me. But also it's up to you to believe what you are getting and what you are putting out. I was a healer in a church for many, many, many years. This is when I found out I was telepathic, and I picked up from a young lady that I was healing. Young lady, I mean, she was probably half my age. But anyway, she was being raped by her son-in-law. As ridiculous as it may seem, and his answer to it all was, well, if you say anything to your daughter, then I will just say it's you that led me on and you kept on pestering me and everything else, which wasn't true. That I knew for sure. Now, afterwards she asked me what could she do about her problem, and I honestly did not know. But, and this was the stupid bit, 3 weeks later she came to me and said, problem solved. Somehow he's picked up a sexually transmitted infection, and because the wife knew the person that he was going with had it as well, and because that actually solved the whole problem. So I thought to myself, okay then, thank you spirit, you have done exactly what was necessary to cure the problem. They have their way, spirit has its way of fixing a problem. All you've got to do is believe that they will. So believe me, that's the way I work everything.
Have any of you three ever taken pain to yourself for your loved one, just to give them a break from the pain they may be dying from?
Nope, but I've had spirit take the pain from my loved one. I've never done it myself because, again, that involves using my physical body to transmit stuff for spirit, and that's just a big no-no. But no, I have asked for my guides, my healers, my inspirers to take the pain from my loved ones.
Exactly.
To give them a break before they pass. And maybe, just maybe, in the years to come, I can help with that. Brian. Yeah,
No, but that's exactly how I do it, Eric. I ask spirit to help alleviate a pain or whatever. I leave it in their hands because, I'm only a drain pipe. It only feeds through me and goes to the person. The question and the answer comes from spirit, and that is my true belief. So it always works for me in many, many years, believe me.
But I understand what Nell's saying, and I'm going to equate it with being a mom. Like when your kids are sick, I would have done anything so that they wouldn't have that pain. But then at that time I would say, God, stop my child from hurting. I wouldn't say I would take it into myself. Though I do know somebody who would rather, who always used to say, I'll endure the pain if it's what it takes to make my children feel better. I'm not saying that it was right or wrong. Okay. Night night, sweetie. See you soon.
Blessed Nell, blessed.
Not saying it was right or wrong. That's the way that person was brought up to believe that, I can't say somebody else's way is wrong. It's
No,
just,
it's not wrong. But the thing is, though, as you say, that person was fetched up to believe that. But at the end of the day, was it them that were taking the thing, or was it spirit that was taking
well,
it?
it all depends on,
On your point of view.
example, and also example is if you take on, if somebody like Nell said, her mom took on the disease that she removed from this person. So if that parent, if their child was having the heaves, or whatever the case may be, if that parent got the same disease or sickness that the child had, so maybe that, it did work that way. It wasn't spirit who took it. Well, again.
Well, it's purely a matter of your own belief system, isn't it?
Yeah.
I've come across so many people who tell me they're spiritualists, and I can read them and I know full well they're not. They are just purely floundering, trying to make sense of what their life is.
But who says that's not being spiritual?
But this is it. It's not necessarily either way, is it? It's more a matter of trying to and not achieving the results. I think this is where most of them get the problem from.
Yeah. But I think even in the trying, they're still doing it all. You know me. I can't take sides. I won't take sides. It's just the way. That's one of my abilities. Okay. Okay, we're going to use example, and I hate using the thing that's going on in Texas. Now, the Christian Baptist, whatever the heck he is, church there, who wouldn't open his doors. And he said, "Oh, we're flooded out." And some guy went and took a video of it, and there was no flooding in this big, giant church down in Texas somewhere, wherever it is. And then he said he was opening the doors a day later, Is it wrong that he didn't do it right away? Yes. But, it's what he did. It's what he, but is he doing it now? Yes, he is. But then he's not doing it the way everybody else likes. Something I read on Facebook is saying that he's doing it a different way. Now, he's supposed to be this big Christian faith minister and doing nothing but good, and people bow down and give him thousands of dollars, and this guy's got $1 bajillion and whatever, and I don't believe it. I don't believe in him. But there are people out there who do believe in him and do, just don't know where the heck my mind just went. I lost the topic of conversation. Thank you. And there's giggling. You guys can stop giggling at me.
Eric's asleep.
I just lost the power to live.
Oh, shut
I mean, I was in Texas there. I was in the church. I was getting annoyed because you had a dry church and there was no wine. And I know. I mean, there was no water. And, because nobody.
They didn't turn the water into wine yet. Okay,
Yeah. I mean, come on. Let's face it. You could let some water in, turn it into wine, have a party. Get a few people in, they'll be happy. No, I mean, the thing is that the guy was doing what he thought he was supposed to be doing. I tried desperately to say that what I've got to believe is that people out there have as much belief in their religion as I have in mine.
Yep.
And the fact is that we're all honouring spirit, and there is no wrong way to do that. So the thing is that he thought he was doing what his religion told him to, and as such we have to respect that. As long as it's not hurting people, claiming lives, or doing ridiculous things. Seeing that, if by turning them away he was injuring them or hurting them or claiming their life, then his religion definitely does not say that.
No.
In which case they should have kicked the door down and basically held his head under the non-existent water until he coughed.
Rebaptize him.
Retribution, they call it.
Yeah, I mean, but let's face it. At the end of the day, that if he didn't have any water in there, they couldn't do it, could they? So that's it. That's not polyupper about, is it? Because if it is, hello, I got both scratchings.
No, she's still asleep. It's only 25 to 10 and she doesn't arise until 10 o'clock. So
Sharon in the chat room says, I have asked my spirit many times to ease someone's pain, but I would never take it into my own body because then I would be too weak to continue to help with others or myself.
Exactly.
People will always see life different. As for the pastor, we aren't here to judge. I've never had good feelings when it comes to him, but his God knows what really was going on, and if he was just being greedy, he will have to enter his God. Yes, very true.
Yes, very, very true. Very true indeed.
His own conscience will be burning for a while, I can assure you of that. But
Yeah.
think of the down face that he would have to make when he's openly said that he's got flood in the church and then opened his doors and it's as dry as a bone. All of his parishioners would walk in and think, well, this guy is an abundant liar.
No, that's not the way it's turning out, but hey.
No, he'll just go, hey, I went in and prayed and God dried the church.
Hi, my squeegee.
And he brought in his big
our squeegee, yeah. Yeah. I was just thinking of Monty Python and where the foot come down with the squeegee on the bottom. You know, there you go. Yeah, never mind, but still. Right, listen, I'm going to have to bail because it's just after 1 o'clock here and I'm going to have to get up and go swimming in the morning.
Well, some of us have the life. I'm going to get up and freeze my tuchus because there was snow over here. Well, you know what? We're going to close the show. There was snow.
What? In where you live?
A little bit further north, but yeah.
Yeah, about 3,000 miles further north, wasn't it?
I don't know how many miles, but it's still in the same gosh darn province.
Long.
I don't care. It was still in the area.
Your province is bigger than my entire country, so don't be silly. You know, yeah, it was. I'm freezing my tush off because up there.
I saw my breath last night when I put Onyx out.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, it was like, yeah, I know, but you were smoking funny stuff.
No, it was. Stop. All right.
People saying it's so cold in Australia, you know, and what they don't seem to realise is, yes, it can be quite nice, mild weather everywhere else, but over in the Blue Mountains, they do get snow on the top. And of course, people can't see.
Yeah, and when you walk around naked, it's blue.
Okay, we're going to bring the show to a close because it's. Yes, thank you, Eric, for coming. Brian, where is Brian located? He's in Australia.
Yeah.
And I told you I'd send some of our almost 90-degree. Yeah, I know, but it still hasn't gotten here yet. So I'm going to say goodnight to everybody. I'm going to thank you very much for showing up. And for those in the chat room, if you have any old ways in the archives, life's I think I'm going to have to retitle this show. Very much love you. Thank you, boys.
Bye.
Night, Sharon.
Bye. Night, Sharon. Night.